So what we're knocking up today is an olive loaf. Really, really simple stuff, not a yeast-based dough. So we're just using some self-raising flour. That's gonna do all the heavy lifting for you. And then just a combination, some free-range eggs, a little bit of Gruyere, some Kalamata olives, and of course, a good glug of the extra virgin olive oil. And seeing as though this is a simple dish, but there's some decent flavors in there, the olives, the rosemary, the Gruyere. I'm gonna use the robust extra virgin olive oil as it's got those grassy, peppery notes, which I think will stand up to and hold really well in this dish. Now, disclaimer, the recipe does say to put it into a loaf tin, but someone forgot to pack it. Don't hide behind the bench. It's all right, Joe. We're gonna make do. We've got a fry pan. So we've got a 20 centimeter fry pan here. It's gonna do the exact same thing. And we're gonna pour that butter into there and we'll get a nice round shaped loaf happening. So we've got the self-raising flour here. We're gonna grab the Kalamata olives and we're just gonna split them and break them up and just put them into the flour. And then the Gruyere, we've got just over 100 grams of the Gruyere. So I'm just gonna grate that up on the box grater. When you get to the end, you've got that little chunk where you don't want to go too close to the grater. Just throw it in. The Gruyere will melt down beautifully through the olive loaf. So what we're gonna do in this little bowl here, we'll mix 3 beautiful free-range eggs and then about 100 mils of the Cobram Estate extra virgin olive oil, the robust. Give that a good hit. We've got about 150 mils of water. Get a little pinch of salt in there. Whisk all that together until you get a really nice smooth consistency, and then we'll introduce that into the self-raising flour, the olives, and the Gruyere. All right, so we've got a really nice thick batter there. It's come together beautifully. So, pan. Just need a little bit of oil on the base of this to make sure that we don't stick, but we should be fine. All right, so in with the butter. And then we'll just level that out. We've got some beautiful fresh rosemary there. So we'll just really finely chop that up, sprinkle that over the top. Oh, so good. So just sprinkle that over the top. A little bit of sea salt, a little bit of cracked pepper. All right, so we're gonna bang that in the oven at 200 degrees for about half an hour until it gets beautiful and golden over the top. The olive loaf has been in the oven for about just under 40 minutes and it's looking absolutely sensational. It's got a nice little spring in it and the smell coming out of that rosemary. You can see the olives, you know that Gruyere has melted all the way through. So in all honesty, guys, you don't need to be afraid of making homemade bread. This little number here, this recipe is something that would happily sit on any breakfast, lunch or dinner table anywhere in the world. You have to give it a shot.